He's taking the ball, he's doing tricks, freestyling, trying to get it in the net.
Oh, wait a minute! Oh, he's carried it the whole length of the...
Free agency has been insane. Players are going wherever they want to go, and the teams have been growing massively. There's a ton of money being dumped in by different celebrities and different groups in general.
Kane is team manager for a varsity sports team. Esports exploding across this country, including on college campuses.
And eventually in the 40s, we got these multi-million-dollar leagues, which was unheard of at the time. And that literal progression that happened in the 20s to the 40s is what is happening right now with esports.
But it's not all just fun and games. We're talking scholarships, cash prizes, and for the lucky ones, careers. We take you inside the heart of the story of esports and a coach whose life was forever changed by playing video games.
Taking the ball, he's doing tricks, freestyling, trying to get it in the net.
Oh, wait a minute! Oh, he's carried it!
Look at this Jordan play!
We recruit based on passion and drive.
We are seeing a completely different Notorious.
We're not necessarily looking for the players that are the best of the best at the game they play.
It was good pressure, good ideas,
but rather players that are passionate about learning and growing in the game they play to become some of the best players.
That was a discount play! Look at that! Virtually free!
Kane Bernhardt is the team manager of a program quickly making a name for itself in esports.
I recruit players for the program and for our team. So I just go out on different recruiting sites or through Discord, Twitter, what have you, and I just reach out to players and see whether they want to join, what their rank is, gauge their interest, just what SAU can offer. And then also I'm in charge of like day-to-day activities with the team, making sure everything's going good, grade-wise, personal life-wise, just doing whatever the team really needs me to do.
Athletes like Dusan Perovic, a former basketball player.
When I came here, I came from a lot of experience of playing basketball, basically played my whole life, and I always loved being around teams. When I was looking to be, try to find a job here while I was studying, I was trying to be a part of one of the teams in athletics, and I saw an opportunity here, and I was always saying this has been very interesting to me since back when I was in college. And we always say a lot of athletes, when we don't have practices or we don't have games, we usually just sit down and play games anyway. So I really wanted to learn more about it, and it's been a great year and a half now of learning and experiencing everything so far.
Now, the grad assistant working on his master's in business administration is coaching others.
It's a great experience for us to compete in a tournament, especially during this time, not being able to travel and play in person. Esports works out great because you can just play it online. You just log in and you're able to play. And it's just a great experience as well to play against other universities. So
some guys are playing, some are coaching like you are. What's an esports coach do during a game?
A lot of it, if you, and I really look at it this way, so I don't really specifically coach Rocket League, but a lot of games are connected as far as what we as coaches do. More than 50% ends up being mental. There's really small inches of the game that can happen that can flip the player from feeling really good to being very disappointed, angry, and it can happen really fast. And as a coach, you always got to be there to help out your players and say keep your head strong and really believe that next play it's going to happen better. So a lot of it is really mental. A lot of it is small little details to make sure that doesn't happen in the future.
Programs that are built specifically for them by trainers.
So every player, 15 minutes before the game, they have to meditate. Before a new round that they have to play, they have to get up and stretch, just relax a little bit. And then once we finish the game, everybody debriefs, we talk about the game, and then we have another round of meditation.
So from being basketball, so this is a sport like basketball. It takes training, it takes mental concentration and physical abilities too.
Yeah, and that's what we really want to focus for our players as well. So we implemented 2 hours a week of individual workouts for every player. We used to do that as a team. Obviously now because of COVID, it'll be a little harder to do stuff as a whole program together. So we have our players go in for 2 hours every week. They can do anything from lifting, they can do anything from running, just any exercise is good for them, just to get away from computer a little bit.
Because times like this are intense, like the final push to the goal line in football or beating the buzzer in basketball.
Look at that! Look at this teamwork! Oh my God! Alley-oop up to Racer! He's gonna just dunk it in! We are not getting any breathing room in this game!
A booming multi-billion-dollar business that is changing this sport so fast.
The industry is definitely growing. Like if you take a look at anything like the Overwatch League, they're expanding almost every year. They're probably looking to expand. This year, the free agency has been insane. Players are going wherever they want to go, and the teams have been growing massively. There's a ton of money being dumped in by different celebrities and different groups in general, and people are just looking to expand to brand new, bigger games. They're even being hosted on things like ESPN and stuff like that. So the industry being able to grow and just being pretty much adopted as a real sport in a sense is really helping the industry, and I think it's getting recognized for what it should be.
Head coaches like Chase Newcomb, who came here to St. Ambrose University to build this program, he says now is the time.
Esports so important because it's coming no matter what. It's literally, I like to say, it's the second golden age of sports. So in the early 1920s, 30s, 40s, we saw sports start to form in schools, right? We saw scholastic teams come together, community teams come together, and people really start to invest in basketball, baseball, football. And eventually in the 40s, we got these multi-million-dollar leagues, which was unheard of at the time. And that literal progression that happened in the 20s to the 40s is what is happening right now with esports. We are seeing an unprecedented amount of scholastic teams join every year. In 2016, there was something like 11 varsity esports teams, or 11 colleges that offered scholarships for varsity esports programs. As of this year, there's over 400. Over 4 years later, we went from 11 to 400 in 4 years. So that's insane to me.
That growth is opening the doors to opportunities for young men and women just like him.
I came up kind of in a disenfranchised background myself, so when I'm able to have these conversations within our community with the disenfranchised youth of the community that want to get involved and want to be a part of esports and want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, it's just as much as a dream for me to offer that to them as it is for them to receive it.
Problems at home forced him in high school to help take care of his mom and sisters.
At 13, my mom asked me, I came home one day and she had been bedridden for almost a week. She'd lost over 40 pounds. She was 90 pounds in bed, and she said, we'll leave if you want us to leave, if you think that it's the best choice. And I had to tell my mom that I thought that was the best choice because there was really no other option presented at the time, and I was so worried about her. So we left. We were left, me, my mom, and my 2 younger sisters, with no home and nowhere to go. And so we reached around to people in our church and tried to find places to stay. We bounced around homeless for about 2 years.
He worked several jobs through high school, his mom fighting cancer, then got stronger. He earned a scholarship to Ball State, where after being introduced to esports, he started his own team, living his own dream, and now giving scholarships to others just like him.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Bees Bangers 2, the St. Ambrose Rocket League event.
It's crazy. Really growing up, I wanted to get into esports, but I wasn't really sure how to. So when I first graduated college, I came out here and started Paradigm, which was a virtual reality and esports center here in town. And then really from doing that, I realized that I love working with a team. I love building a community, and what better to do that than work with college students who want to make this a part of their life and a part of their personality and who they are. So I decided to come to St. Ambrose, and it's been a dream ever since.
Part of these lives and so many others, playing for fun, working for a future, and being part of this esports experience.
Look at that! Look at this teamwork! Oh my God! Alley-oop up to Racer! He's gonna just dunk it in! We are not getting any breathing room in this game. I am telling you, this is a whole different Notorious than Game 1 or previous games.
If you like this story, please subscribe, share with a friend, and help us grow. This is The Heart of the Story with Gary Metivier.